Hey, 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 hey! We are back for another episode of It's On. We are
Hello.
going to talk about the show Sex Life. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
If you watched it, it's on Netflix. We're going to talk about it a little later. But
Mm-hmm.
first, but first, we're going to dig into our weekly shows, a weekly lineup, and we're going to kick it off with Grownish. So,
Okay, this episode bored me.
did it bore you? I thought it was a little interesting.
It bored me. I
This
like,
is why I
okay.
thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting because I didn't realize that the girl did not know that Zoe, well, she knew, but I didn't realize that, the girl didn't
She,
really realize what all had happened or took place. Or she did realize that she knew it because she looked at Facebook or, whatever the social media was. So her senior year, in order for Zoe to graduate, she has to have a internship, and of course, because of the pandemic, they kind of rolled over that a little bit. I'm really sick of the pandemic being shown in TV shows. I'm tired of it.
but then hold on, the way it looked like they did. Oh, okay. The way it looked like that they did it like a year too late because they was in Mexico and they was like, y'all know the pandemic they was talking
Right?
about.
Yeah.
It's here.
Right.
Okay,
Because this
we
is
in
the
20.
thing. So think about it. When they went to Mexico, that was the beginning of senior year.
Mm-hmm, which is the
Okay.
fall of 2020.
Right, in the fall of 2020. Keep in mind, they had to stop filming because of the pandemic.
But hold on, they also contradicting themselves because the girl went to the Olympics.
Right. So that's the other thing. But she went to the Olympics. I don't know if anything. I don't know. It's kind of weird because the Olympics are going on now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of crazy and kind of weird. Um,
So was she like training to for the Olympics or
they have
what?
to do the trials and stuff. They
Okay,
did, they did the trials, and of course, that was, I think, the last episode of
the
last
last
season.
season.
Right. And so Star made it. She made the trials, Jazz did not. Um
Yeah, and I don't think it really too much work bothered Jazz.
well, we're gonna find out that I think it did bother her at first because all of her life she built herself up to that moment, and
Mm-hmm.
then all of a sudden I built myself up to this moment. Now all of a sudden the dream that I've been working for all of my life, Crenshaw has been, looking for Crenshaw's been looking for, stars. That's why the girls are at school, and they've been upping them up. So everything that they have a community that's depending on them to be these big track stars. You know what I'm saying? So it does seem like it. We open the episode after Zoe kind of explains the whole pandemic thing. We open the episode with um Jazz in track. They're back on campus training for the new season of track after being stuck in a house for a semester is what it seems. Um, Doing work, making sure they're on point and that sort of thing. Being at home with their families and not on campus, that sort of thing. So she went through all of that. We get to the track practice. Jazz is talking to one of the students that had to take a mental health break.
Okay.
Jazz looks everybody in track practice. Like in practice, she is a beast. Okay. The coach is like,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
2024, you'll be in the Olympics with your sister, and it'll be like, what we playing? And she's thinking to herself, she might not want to do it. What she found out was the fellow teammate,
Track. Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I was going to do what you was about to do. Fellow teammate had took a mental health break. See, don't do that. Took a mental health break. And when he took the mental health break, he was able to file like a medical leave and still keep his scholarship. So
Mm-hmm.
That gave Jazz. I saw the wheels turning in her head right then and there. They gave
But
her.
hold on, at the end, tripped me out.
Yes.
The-
We're finna get.
They was like, okay.
We're gonna get to that. So Zoe
She
has.
should have been smarter than saying what she said. I'm
Right.
like, girl, you looking
why?
right through you. Then you eating chips, eating them wrap snacks.
Right, the rap snacks. And the psychologist was like, girl, I like who's snack she said she like Lil Wayne's or somebody. I like the Louisiana one. I died. It was too funny. But so Zoe has this issue. Aaron's ex-girlfriend is in charge of the internship program. That's her, I guess, her work study job is to make sure students get jobs. And she was willing to hook Zoe up, but Zoe got in her head.
Like always,
got in her head and was like, I gotta tell her. Like, why do you have to tell her anything? Because in her mind, she didn't think that the young lady knew that Aaron and Zoe ended up together. One of her friends was like, yeah, you gotta tell her because it's selfish not to. And another friend was like,
you know what? No, she should have just kept her mouth shut.
Because here's the thing, y'all are on the same campus. Let's go there. So
and it's gonna
you gonna run into because Aaron is not far from campus. I think Aaron actually works at the school now. Does he not? Did he get a job at the school?
I think so. So he wouldn't have to pay his student loans or something like that.
Something like that. So how way is this gonna work out that you feel like she's not gonna find out? She's gonna see you. She's bound to run into you. So he didn't tell her. He just told her he wanted to break up. He didn't tell her why they were breaking up. So Zoe felt really pissed off because she was like, Aaron, you didn't tell the girl that we together, you know. No, I did not. Because it wasn't important. We were breaking up. Why do I have to tell her exactly why we broke up?
You sound like Kevin Hart. You sound like Kevin Hart when you said that.
It just don't make sense. You know, It's not like they were friends before. The only person I feel like that owed anything to her was Aaron. Nobody else. I don't feel like Zoe should have opened her mouth at all because there was Aaron's cross the bear. That's just my thoughts behind it. So if Aaron didn't feel the need to tell the girl, and I think it was a little trifling on Aaron's part, but if Aaron didn't feel the need to tell the girl, why did you get in your head to do it? She still found the girl. She still found Zoe an
internship. She should have just let that go.
I mean, I would not have done it. So I could kind of see where you say it was just interesting to me because I had no clue that the girl didn't know why Aaron dumped her. So Anna and Javi are in counseling, apparently. Vivek has, kind of beat his case. He had to plead guilty and do community service. But now Vivek has a bigger problem.
He has been suspended.
No.
What was the other? Expelled. Yes. Expelled.
Expelled. Yes. Vivek has been expelled. So with that being said, what's going to happen? I don't know.
I'm going to kill this fly.
You ain't killing me with the flies. You and the flies. And the flies of the flies. So we shall see what happens going forward.
You got the fly. I'm sorry. I thought I had it on you.
Yeah, you didn't.
It's time to me now.
Will Zoe what will Zoe mess up next week? I don't know. Or this week, rather. I don't know. Will Zoe and Aaron last? I kind of got a feeling that they're going to fizzle out real soon.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? We'll see. Will Nomi's baby daddy call her back? That's what I want to know. Normally it's the black girl that's pregnant and they can't get a hold to the baby daddy. We got the white girl having the issue. Luca, will he and his girlfriend's open relationship situation work well? And will Jazz and Doug get it together? I don't think that they will, but we shall see. We shall see. Grownish comes on Thursdays, 7 Central on Freeform. So make sure you check it out and get caught up. I love this show. I hope it goes beyond senior year. Kind of like A Different World did. Like it had a new breed of students, and it was still kind of centralized, or the central nucleus was around the college campus. I don't feel like it has to be around the college campus. I think they should just go right into their adulthood and them still, because I feel like college, I'm not saying high school doesn't, because I have high school friends still that I talk to and that I hang out with on a regular basis, but I feel like those college relationships are the relationships that are lasting, if that makes sense. So like I had a crew at my school, and we got group meetings, we inbox each other, we call, we text or whatever, and our time to really get together 9 times out of 10 is our homecoming, and we all kind of get together and kind of commune that way. But so I just kind of would like to see how things kind of settle with them, with the crew. We'll see. But again, check out Grownish on Freeform. Next one. All right, buddy.
It is back.
It's back.
And did you notice that they did like a preview of tomorrow? Today is Monday. Okay, of Wednesday's episode. I was like, dang it.
So what do you
I was hoping that there was.
So we have.
Okay, so the first couple that we saw to get married was Bao and Johnny. And Bao knew Johnny. They knew each other from college. And the way she was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Johnny." But I think that she kind of had a crush on him back in the school, because I think she kind of had a crush on him when they was in college. But he said, at first I knew who she was. Like, how like somebody by face, but you forgot their name. Yeah. He said, I didn't know her name at the if you saw the Unfiltered, he said he didn't know her name until they was reintroduced.
Wow. Ooh. So do you think this is gonna be a situation where she's into him more than he's into her?
I think that they're gonna be into each other. You think at first she got kind of mad because she was like, I did not want somebody that loves sports. But then when she saw Johnny, she was like, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense now. She said it makes sense.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope the best. Bao is a little Bao chicka wow. She's a little wild girl, honey. Her is wild. She's a little. That bachelorette party, she was turning up, baby.
And it was so funny. It was so funny when they was comparing the bachelor party to the bachelorette party, and how certain folks was acting and said, man, I hope they pair him with a girl that loves to dance, and then the person they paired him with was just sitting there doing nothing.
That chick is whack. Do you understand me?
I don't see them lasting. I'm sorry. I don't see them lasting.
They're not gonna last. Let's talk about them real quick. Hold on.
Do that.
Because I gotta get these names together, girl, and I can't. Hold on. Because I was high.
But Johnny kind of reminds me of the dude that was on the first season of American Idol. She bangs.
Yeah, right. Oh my God! What is his name? William Chow or girl? Hold on, I'm trying to get.
I'm sorry, names. I'm checking. I'm being shady right now, you guys. I mean,
that's fine. That's what we're here for. The shade. The shade of it all.
Like, she bangs.
I cannot. Why don't they have season 13? No, I don't want to talk about these idiots from last season.
Are you trying to Google them?
I'm trying to go to the season 13 folk, and so I can get, because I know about Bao and Jenny.
Hold on. Let me go on to the Lifetime Network.
I just need their names. That's all. Hold on.
I
Maybe.
get it. You can talk about it while I get it.
Okay, so Mirla, I found them. I found them. We got
Okay.
to find it. I'm there. Mirla and Gil. So first of all, let me just say the brothers,
They're
after
fine.
them are fun. Okay,
They're fine. And then hold on, the Hispanic girl, because she is Hispanic, right?
she is Hispanic, and so is Gil. Actually, although he's like a black Hispanic.
Oh, he's a black Latina.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
black
okay.
Latino. He's from Colombia.
Okay.
He could
So
be
so
my
she was like,
yeah.
man, shoot, yes, I would. This is the
I'm sorry.
for him, I would date 10 years my junior.
You know, because he's fat. Okay, so let's talk about this. Mirla.
Most of them. Mhm.
Mirla. Oh, she's a leadership coach.
The thing that gets me about her is that she said she didn't want nobody who got a bald head.
And they matched her up with somebody who has a bald head.
Bald head.
Why they keep doing the same stupid stuff? I'm sick of them, I tell you. Sick of
And
them.
then she have an extravagant lifestyle that I don't think
Firefighter. He's a firefighter.
right, but I don't think he's gonna like all the stuff that she's gonna be doing. Because I think he said something like that.
What did he say?
About, he don't want a woman that is always primping and all that kind of stuff. I think.
So
I think
because these are superficial things, really superficial. Gildan seems superficial to me. Mirla is very superficial
because she got to have her lashes done every week,
and that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right, but
I'm dying right now because I can't get my nails done right now. I'm dying. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I am gonna do some Uber Eats to get my nails done. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I am doing some serious Uber Eats to get my nails and my toes done. I got to get them there.
Wednesday.
Huh?
I wish you could come see me Wednesday. But yeah, so yeah, this I need. Oh God, you're fighting. So I really would like. Let me say that them to work, but I don't think they are because I feel like Mirla is too superficial. Too superficial. Jose and oh no.
Was it another Hispanic girl?
Huh?
The girl with the cowboy hat in the back?
Yes. I have question marks.
I have question marks about the only couple that I really think is going to work is the Asian couple.
You don't think Michaela and Zach would work? You don't think so?
You know why? Because he went. She hasn't dated in 2 years. Hadn't kissed a man in 2 years.
So Michaela?
Okay, is that the redhead?
No, Michaela is black. I'm talking
the
about
black girl. Couple. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Because they did it again. You remember with Brianna's family? They was talking about how she was bossy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But her family was talking about. Her family was talking about how stubborn she is. So I guarantee you they're gonna put that on the thing. She's very stubborn. That's gonna mess it up.
I promise.
Let him figure that out.
They don't do that. I think they're a good match for each other. That's just my thoughts and opinion. I don't like this. I've never been in love, so I'm just gonna jump head first though. That's a lot of their stories. That's a lot of their stories, and I'm like, so if you ain't never been in love, so you just gonna do
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then one thing about Michaela's story, her dad got killed by a drunk driver.
Right.
And so her brother-in-law, who is a white guy, is gonna walk her down the aisle.
That's gonna be sweet.
If it was me, I would like if I would have decided to have a wedding, nobody would have walked me down the aisle.
I got you. My pops is still alive and kicking, so we gonna hobble down the aisle together. Okay.
We're gonna hurry up and need you to get married. Go ahead.
Okay. So Rachel and Jose. Yeah, that's a question mark for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I do a deep dive into Married at First Sight with the review crew. Can't wait to get back with those gals because they are hilarious. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have dates and times for when we do that because we're going to review a couple of different shows. So we
Mm-hmm.
want you guys to make sure you join in. So we're just kind of just brushing over, but we wanted to talk about it because we both watched this show. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
hard. Brett and Ryan. Ryan is the redhead chick.
She's the one that's never well, she hadn't kissed a guy in 2 years. She hasn't really dated in 2 years. I see her as a very strong woman. I wonder, is that going to be
When
a
a fake
problem for
Brett.
him? For a guy who's a serial dater.
He is a serial dater. They talked about that. Like he likes to date a lot.
And do you realize during when we was meeting the participants, how they dove into about their dating life? When was the last time you dated? Were you in a serious relationship?
Hey,
They didn't want another Chris. They didn't want another Chris.
They don't want another Chris. They ain't got time for Chris. I don't think that this is gonna be as bad as last season because last season was horrible. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
They had a whole episode about the folks' dogs. I don't know whose idea was that. That was awful. I didn't care about the people's dogs. They were cute accessories to the people that they were. But I really did not think that there was a viable episode or a valid episode for them to have lasted. Like that was just awful. And then on top of that, the whole Kristen Page thing was ridiculous. Nobody is together though from last season except for Vince and what's my baby's name? Brianna. That's it.
And see the hunkards, as we like to call them the hunkards because they be high and drunk at the same time. So we call them the hunkards. They tried to pretend like they were still together just for the money.
Yeah, that didn't work out. So yeah, we shall see how that works. I'm sure they'll still be on couples cam and all that stuff. We knew Claire and Ryan was not gonna work because they never did it. And then of course we know the debacle it was of Kristen Page. So yeah. Well, check out Married at First Sight on Lifetime Wednesdays. This is a whole 2-hour episode.
I think was it last week like 3 hours?
It might have been 3 hours. I need them to come with another show after Married. If I can't do 3 hours every week, I'm not gonna be able to do. I'm gonna have to do that in bits and pieces. Mm-hmm. But yes, so make sure you check out Married at First Sight, 8/7 Central on Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they just wrapped up the Australia version, right?
I don't know. Yeah, but the Australia version that they did was done before the pandemic, was back in 2019.
Okay, cool.
And so, but that whole thing was
I like the way they do that. I could get behind it. I just could not. Their seasons, I think
it's too long.
Their seasons are extremely long. They have a Married at First Sight UK as well. I don't think we're able to see it. I'm not sure. But I read somewhere that they have them in different countries. So I think Australia is probably.
So I'm going to have to get the Brit box to be able to see Married at First Sight Australia. Girl, Australia? But you know what? Not Australia, but UK.
Probably. UK. Yeah.
Because I tell you this, those Brits be hilarious.
They're hilarious. Other countries are quite funny. Okay, so we have 3 reality shows that we're gonna delve into. I added the Encore back to the mix because I got caught up on the last 2 episodes, and 2 house members left. Before I get into that, let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta real quick.
Let's talk about it.
Infinity is back. This is what this is all I want to say about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because they're moving a little slow. We learned that Carly Red and Lamar Odom are, I guess, dating for TV.
Well, they said they was friends. It
Special.
wasn't dating.
That was special friends.
Yeah.
Carly Red has a restaurant in Atlanta. Who knew? Everybody
Mm.
on Love and Hip Hop
Everybody.
got a
Everybody.
darn restaurant. I don't understand. Okay, so Carly has a restaurant. She and Lamar had a little date situation at the restaurant. She wanted to take it slow because the ex-husband did her in for the blood, and rightfully so. But the main thing besides, oh girl, Erica Miller told that man she was pregnant.
But I mean, my thing is this: if you about 6 months along, you can't tell that you pregnant.
No, I let me say this. Pregnant with Joshua, I didn't find out till a little later. My stomach was still flat. I was small. My weight bounced back after I had Joshua. I filled in some spots, but my weight bounced right back. It was not. So sometimes there are women who cannot take. That's a thing. I don't want to, say you should have known you was pregnant. No, everybody doesn't really, it doesn't happen for everybody. So I found out a little later than I probably should have with Joshua.
But were you about 6, 7 months along?
I was not that far along, but like I said, her stomach was flat, and her stomach was. She was taking Erica Miller.
Hold on. When she found out she was pregnant, her stomach was flat, and then the next episode.
But you know how they shoot those episodes? They ain't shot right away. They shoot those episodes over time. So the way they edited it, but she was taking bikini pictures online. And I saw the bikini pictures, and then all of a sudden she's pregnant. I was like, wait a minute, how this happened? You was just in a 2-piece 2 weeks ago. How, Sway? So I don't know. All I'm saying is sometimes you don't know what's going on. I know she was working out religiously. She was working out.
Trying to get her body back.
Safari was Safari. I see why Nicki Minaj dumped him. Let me just say that right now.
He's an ass. I don't care if his eggplant is nicely sized.
I think somebody has gassed him up. Just because you have it don't mean you know how to use it. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. So Infinity. Let me say this for the people in the back who can't hear. Listen, Yandy mentored Infinity. She's known Infinity since Infinity was like in the 7th grade. Infinity did not have a good home life. Infinity was running away from home. Her mom was in and out of her life. Her grandmother was raising her. It was not a good environment for her to be in. So Yandy signed up to be a foster parent. I don't know where y'all got she adopted the girl from, because I don't remember hearing her say. She just said, I'm going to be a foster parent. I remember when that happened. The girl came and lived with her. Keep in mind, at this point in junction, Infinity has to be like 18, 19, because she's in college now. Okay? So, Infinity did some foul stuff. Dated somebody much older than her, somebody that seemed like they were an opportunist. Had her in a messed up situation.
Kind of like Sam for Egypt on Growing Up Hip Hop before his.
And so that person was like, hey, you need to write a tell-all book. You need to do this. You need to do that. And she was mad because she felt left out of the picture. You were invited. This is the thing. She didn't say you gotta come, and it's just me and my family, and Mendeecees here. The other thing that people seem to get mixed up, Mendeecees was accused of pedophilia or messing with kids. He was found not guilty. He was exonerated of those charges. The thing he went to jail for was a drug thing. That's what he went to jail for. He was in jail, money laundering, that sort of thing. That's what he went to jail for. So he was in jail for the 3-4 years that he was in jail. He was supposed to be in there for like 8 years. They got him off some way, somehow. The lawyers were paid well. He did some of the time.
Of course.
On probation. Nowhere in his probationary thing did it say he can't be around the minor, because now it might be something with the foster parent thing, but she did not kick Infinity out when Mendeecees came home. I saw pictures of her and Mendeecees together, her and the kids, and while Mendeecees was in the house. Okay, so let's clear that up. The other thing is that we're gonna clear up before we move on
Mm-hmm.
is that this girl is no, she's not grown because I don't look at an 18 to 19-year-old as grown. My 18-year-old still lives with me. He goes to school and he works, but he lives in my house. I pay the bills here. He does not pay one bill. Okay. They are not a full-grown adults. Just because your parents put you out when you were 18 does not mean you have to do that for your children. Help them build what they need to build up so they can get out and be on their own and be successful adults. Everybody doesn't have to struggle, okay? So
why would you want your child to struggle?
A lot of people just feel that way. I did it. That happened to me. So it's crazy. That's another topic for another,
show. Yeah.
But that girl knew what she was doing. She did what she did, made the threats that she made, and she didn't follow some of the rules and regulations that Yandy has set for her. So that was something that just didn't go over well. She got mad. So she stayed in New York, and she was going to school in New York and moved back in with her grandma. She has abandoned me.
But then got mad about that.
She got mad about that.
You just left me. You done left me and caused me to live back with my grandmama. And I'm like, Lord Jesus.
Because you didn't follow the rules and regulations, point blank in the period. And she has other kids. You ain't her only child. You're not her only responsibility. She got other kids.
When you don't supposed to do that to family. You're really not family. In blood, you're not.
So I want y'all to stop coming down hard on Yandy because Yandy didn't do it. Little girl did. And sometimes we all know the children will try you.
Especially when you got somebody, if you married to somebody that's not their dad.
Yeah.
And what the kids need to understand when it comes to a marriage, the husband comes before the kids.
Yeah. So let's move on.
Let's move on.
All the other little storylines. I watched part of the episode tonight. We'll talk about that next week. The Encore. Let's talk about the Encore.
You can talk about the Encore.
I'm going to talk about it because 2 of the members of this super group is gone.
And I know Aubrey is one, right?
Aubrey is one. So let's talk about this. So last couple of episodes, the girls had to do a listening party. Now let me say this: these twins from Cherish, they a whole fool in the mess, and I don't never want no parts of them on no other reality TV show. If you write music and you produce, I need you to just do that. I don't need you to do nothing else. That's how I feel in life. Okay.
You know what, y'all? You gonna make me just binge watch this.
You gonna have to. It's like 7 episodes now, 6 or 7 episodes now. So that's enough time to binge and get through. They're like 40-some minutes long. Same length of time as Love and Hip Hop. So the girls have been recording music and been doing choreography, vocal lessons, and recording songs, original songs that they've written. They have 5 to 6 songs that they had, maybe 5 songs. One of the songs, the producer that's working with them co-signed, was not. He didn't mix the song right. Actually, the twins' version of the song that they did sounded a whole lot better than what he did because he was like, I'm not finished mixing it. I'm like, but her version sounds a whole lot better. And they decided to play that at the listening party. So at the listening party, you had Mila from 702. You had Kima. You had Kima from Total. Maybe you didn't really have anybody to come. Shamari's of Brandy from the group Shamari was in. It's gonna come to me.
Black.
Brandy was there. Ronnie DeVoe came. Jazzy Faye was there. Some other producers and music execs were there. I love Jazzy. If ever I meet him in real life, we friends. He friend in my head. Okay. So they were all there. A lot of the producers that were there, they worked with all of the girls in their respective groups or as an individual artist, which Nivea is the only one that's individual artist. So Aubrey, the whole time they are doing the listening party, Aubrey ain't really She just sitting back. I said, I know something finna go down. Aubrey finna do something. Aubrey was pissed off. She was like,
why was she pissed off?
so the twins have been coming for everybody in the house. So Aubrey, they were working on the song, and Aubrey was like, I just feel like we need a banger, like we need, some like up tempo, because everything is like mezzo tempo to slow, slow jams. Nothing was really like boom, 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 boom. A little twerk junk. Like a little.
So they was trying to make a true R&B album.
They were really trying to make a true R&B album, but Aubrey was like, I feel like it should be, and I agree with her, because even a true R&B album, they have upbeat songs on there.
Songs, yeah. So, even on the old records, they used to have the slow songs on one side and all the fast songs on another.
The A side and the B side. So that's what Aubrey was saying. She just felt like we should have had something that's a little bit more up to beat, and then we can really do our thing too. So, so Aubrey is pissed at this point because the twin came and cussed her out because her sister came and said, Aubrey was like, your song ain't shit, and da-da-da. And she was like, I didn't say that. I just told y'all we need it would be better if we had an up-tempo song to open the show up with. That's all I said. Nobody was talking noise about your record. They got a problem with Aubrey. So Aubrey was like, you know what, nigga, I'm not feeling this. I ain't signed up for this. I'm out. So Aubrey left in the middle of the night. She ain't say nothing to nobody. Okay? Misha and Irish from 702. I know why their vocals not where they need to be. They smoke Newports.
So the Corey show is over.
Yeah. You know how Whitney is the voice, but Whitney smoking them cigarettes all them years and doing them drugs affected her voice. You ain't been using your muscle in years, and then on top of it, you smoking Newports, and you hollering about not getting no parts on those songs. That's not cool. That's not cool.
I bet you the skin looking like leather.
It does, actually, Misha's skin. I think Misha's always had a problem with her skin. Irish's skin is beautiful, but Misha has always kind of had a problem. Irish looks a whole lot different than she did when she was younger. I will say, I know you get older and that sort of thing, but like Nivea looks the same. Even Keely, I'm tired of making promises. Shamari looks the same. Even Pam looked the same, except she just don't have all that makeup and stuff, and she doesn't look gay, I guess. So she just looks a little different to me.
Promises.
I can't even do it right. Okay.
Promises.
So Aubrey left in the middle of the night, didn't say nothing to nobody. Nivea had a problem. It affected Nivea, like for real. I didn't even know Nivea was Nivea's cool with everybody in the house. She laugh at them because they be going at it. It's funny to her because she's never dealt with the girl group dynamic. The only girl group she's been in is being one of Lil Wayne's baby mamas. That's it. So
there's another person who then smoked the drugs and stuff, then got him looking like E.T.
Yeah, that might look. I mean, he wasn't no looker to begin with, but
but you know what? In the 90s, he looked okay.
I seen him in person, boo. They was in Jackson all the time. No, ma'am, Pam. Them girls was on there in his face, and I was like, why, nigga? Why? No.
Really?
Really? So, that's not gonna want to be around your party.
No, he had all them tattoos on his face he got now. That man was the same ugly then that he is
now. Oh my gosh.
The exact same ugly. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me stop. So
okay, go ahead.
So
you didn't. I'm done. Go ahead.
So they made Nivea mad. Let me just go there because they was fussing and fighting. The twins got into it with the producer that y'all, and then Keely was on their side, and then they got into it with LaMisha because they had a problem with LaMisha. LaMisha always talking about she want to sing and she don't do nothing. So they got into it with LaMisha. Nivea trying to break it up. They said something crazy to Nivea. Nivea was like, "I'm gone. I'm out." Leave me alone. Nivea went upstairs and immediately packed her bags. Called the car to come. I told y'all that they came upstairs. Hey, we want to talk to you. We want to pop. No, I don't want no apologies. Get out of my room. Where you going? I'm packing up. But we really need you. Bitch, you should have thought about that before you said what you said to me.
See, they had too many. I already thought that they had too many people to try to form their
So
group.
let me say this. They did have too many people, but Keely was not there to sing. Keely was there to be a creative director. I don't know where they came in, and I ain't never known Keely to do nothing but be somebody's mama and somebody's wife after 3 of them and the Cheetah Girls. That's it. I ain't never known her to do anything other than that. So apparently she's been working with artists, according to her. I don't know who she's been working with, but she's been working with artists and been trying to get them ready for whatever they're supposed to be getting ready for. I've never heard her do that, period. But apparently that's what she's been doing. So she's trying to open that up because she doesn't want to sing and dance. She just wants to. Although she's been there singing and dancing, she ain't sang on none of the tracks, but she's been there singing and dancing with them. I don't know why. Now, let me say this. Keely is an excellent dancer. She was the dancer in that group, in the 3LW group. And the Cheetah Girls, they help her dance her butt off. If she can't do nothing else, she can dance. Singing, dancing, yeah. Okay? Attitude sucks. But you know it is what it is. So who knows what's going to happen now that Nivea is gone? I did talk briefly about a little ceremony that they had where they got rid of stuff. And Keely talked about the chicken bucket. Then she threw the chicken at our girl Naturi because she claimed that Naturi called her mama the B word. Okay, girl, that's fine. If you want to get on that cross alone, that's fine. We must Jesus bear his cross alone. Yes, we're gonna let you do that. So I will be watching. Well, I'll be watching the playback of it because I will be singing on Wednesday. Praise God! I can't wait. I'm excited. First time in a long time. But I will be checking it out. So, Real Housewives of Potomac. What do you think?
Girl.
What do you think?
Girl, it's like this. I'm like, if you watch DJ Richie Sky this morning.
I did watch Richie.
And I really do believe that Wendy rehearsed her clapback.
And you know what? It made sense. I said she went back to past seasons of the Real Housewives, and she said, "Let me find my Reed Zen." Talking about she's Zen Win. You're not Zen Win, baby. You are the opposite of Zen Win.
I'm more of a Zen Win than she is.
So let me say this: I do agree with her though, because I feel like people having each other's backs is gonna end up being an issue here. Oh, Richie did talk about this. Shout out to DJ Richie Sky. He said that Candace mentioned the hands in the face, and that's a trigger for people. He said, I feel like she gets it now.
Either that she gets it now or she overlooked it. I think she more overlooked her part of what she did.
No, I think she understands that if I put my hands in somebody's face and that's a trigger for them, I'm going to get dragged. I think she gets
because she didn't get dragged, she got drugged.
Just saying. So so I think
hold on, did you see the fight from the
we're gonna talk about that Sunday. We're gonna talk about it Sunday. It's gonna be majority shine because I want to give everybody their props and they shine, but we got to talk about that fight because
I'm tripping because that's how I think about Monique and
no, let me say this. That was not that bad. That was not as bad. That was not as bad as that man straight got at that man. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that Sunday.
Yeah, we're talking about that Sunday.
So Mia really thinks Wendy has a problem with her, and I kind of think Wendy has a problem with her as well. I think we opened up with, was it Giselle and Ashley kind of getting together, and Ashley had mentioned something that Mia said. I can't remember what it was exactly.
Ashley said that Mia said that she was a pretty girl. She
And
was a beautiful girl.
Giselle is
not the part about the beautiful spirit. So what's the difference? Can you enlighten me? Wouldn't you be?
This is what happened. You saying when they were when Giselle was not in the presence, she made mention of something else, and this was at the party. She said the beautiful. I'm talking about at the love party that Karen threw.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She said something different. She added to that. She said she's a pretty girl. But she don't know if she, Karen told me that she said she wished death on Ray. So I don't know if that's a person that I want to get to know. But according to Giselle and Robin, she's been texting them like crazy so they can get together and hang out. So she don't
maybe she's still trying to figure them out.
And I think it's fair to say I'm still trying to figure these people out. This my friend got a problem with them, but I want to get to know them for myself. And I think that's a fair assessment. Giselle didn't want to invite Karen nowhere. So I think initially Giselle was going to do Ashley's thing in her house. And I think she changed at the last minute because Ashley wanted Karen there. Ashley, was okay with everybody being in the presence. Again, let me also say this, Candace, I see growth in you. However, if you don't like somebody, don't attend that event. She's throwing an event for Ashley. If you don't like Ashley, why you go? I'm gonna leave it there. I like the friend of Robin's.
Because she's Ethiopian, right?
She is Ethiopian and she is gorgeous, and I love her. She's
so
really
you think they're going to try to introduce her really into the show so she can probably hold whatever they hold for?
It's a champagne glass.
Champagne glass.
Yeah, you see they got glasses in their hands.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think these women are her cup of tea. She's really positive. Really positive. I like. So Giselle decided she was going to put together a fun day for Ashley. Giselle invited everybody. It was nice. They got to do the pamper thing. They played the little game. Giselle left early because she didn't want to be around. I think Giselle was pissed off at Wendy. Wendy and Mia had a conversation about their encounter at Karen's house. And it didn't go well because Wendy tried to read. And she was like, I'm Zen Win. And we were like, you're not. I think it's interesting that Wendy is now clinging to Karen. At first, she said she felt like Karen wanted her to come to her because she's supposed to be, the old head in the group, that sort of thing. She didn't like that. She didn't feel like she had to do that.
Hold on. Go ahead.
But I feel like she's drifting away from the Green Eyed Bandits. She's probably still going to be cool with Candace, but she's drifting away from the Green Eyed Bandits. So that's one thing. So
but you go back to last season. They really wasn't Team Wendy until Wendy sided with them about Monique.
Yeah. So was that a situation of convenience? And I don't think they're really Team Candace either. That's the other thing. I think that was a convenient thing with the Candace situation. But now there's going to be a big rift in the group, if you will. But I think Robin and Mia are going to get into it. Let's talk about Robin sleeping till like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Girl.
I don't know why, if one is already up, he can't wake the boys up and make sure they get online. I don't know why he can't make them do that. Then she has the hat line, and she hadn't been packing her hat. She's behind on doing that and sending it out. She's added clothes to it, and she's adding more styles and that sort of thing. And she had her friend come up there, and Wendy come up there and help her pack, and they in heels to pack hats. And Robin was like, so y'all didn't come dressed to work, y'all came to look cute and talk to me? Like, what are y'all doing? We see Robin's mom is up front. I guess her and Juan done flipping houses. They flipped that one house and that's it. I'm just he's talking to her like, dude, this is not cool. You need to get up. You need to do something.
You looking very unattractive right about now.
Yeah. And I'm like,
all you doing is sleeping. All you doing is sleeping.
I also think that
it's draining.
Well, no, I think that so everybody handled the pandemic differently. This was shot during the pandemic. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
everybody handled the pandemic differently. If you are used to going out all the time and being out in the streets with your friends and doing your thing, and you ain't, I was okay because I'm sometimey, aka ambivert. That's who I am. I figured that out about myself. I thought I was extrovert. I am not. I got times where I'm introverted. I got times where I like to be the life of the party. And so if I don't feel like being bothered, I don't feel like being bothered. But I think Robin likes to be in the midst of the people and to hang out and to be with her friends and that sort of thing. And FaceTime just ain't doing it for her. And I think she needs that human interaction. And I kind of feel for her. You know what I'm saying? You can get into a mode of depression. I feel that way. So I feel like she may be a little depressed. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not sure. And if she is, I think instead of one beating up on her, he needs to come from a place of understanding. I don't know. That's just my thought process behind it.
And be like, how can I help?
That part right there. Mia opened up a little bit about her mom and how she grew up in foster care and how, her mom made all the promises. I'm coming and don't show up. And a lot of that has stuck with her. So she has mommy issues, of course. We see that now. But both of her parents were on drugs, so she grew up in foster care. And she cleared up the strip club debacle.
So she wasn't a stripper, but she was an escort, like?
Mia,
is that what she's saying?
Let me say this to you.
Because Mia, her stories are not adding up.
Not only that, escorts do the things with the people.
But she said she didn't do any. She didn't do the services. That's what she said.
So were you an escort or were you a bartender? I'm confused, girl. Because escorts do the things. I would not. And we wear long ball gowns. Ashley said they wear the long gowns, but the long gowns had the twats out and you got pasties on. It was a 5-star restaurant and a gentleman's club.
So was she like a burlesque dancer or something?
She didn't dance apparently. She just spent time with them. That's an escort, boo-boo. All right, well, check out The Real Housewives of Potomac on Bravo. They're doing good. I think they're doing good. They're bringing me enough drama to keep me my attention. I do miss Monique, but I don't think Monique. It would have been split down the middle. It would have been Ashley, Karen, maybe Wendy, Monique, and possibly Mia, and then the Green Eye Bandits and Candace. Oh, speaking of Candace, Karen and Candace had a conversation. Karen told her, I don't regret what I did. I stayed neutral. Basically, what y'all told me to do was pick a side. And if I didn't pick a side, or if I picked the wrong side, and it made it seem like Karen chose solely Monique, and she did not. She was still friends with me and still friends with Monique.
And then she got on Monique about her actions.
And that's what I hate. The lie that they told Candace about the meeting, and Wendy and the Green Eye Bandits told the same lie. And I was like, Karen did get on that girl's case in front of y'all. I'm confused.
I'm confused.
So, yeah, it is what it is. Encore BET Wednesdays 8-7 Central. Nope, 9-8 Central. They come on Wednesdays. Y'all check y'all local listings. And Love Hip Hop, because I always watch the playback. I don't ever watch it live. And Love and Hip Hop Atlanta on Mondays 8-7 Central VH1. Make sure y'all check it out. Let's get into this show.
Okay, hold on. So before we talk about it, let me tell you how I introduced this show to Faith. Okay, so I'm
I
looking.
heard people talking about it. I was not gonna watch it. I wasn't because I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. But go ahead.
Okay, so I'm watching. I'm looking at TikTok. Because TikTok is hilarious. If I need a laugh, I'm gonna watch TikTok.
And I'll be
I
watching
think
hours.
I think I sent you a couple of videos. Either you or my friend Cassandra. It was somebody, whatever. But somebody said watching a blind reaction of the Sex Life episode. Was it 2?
3.
Okay, episode 3, 19 minutes and 50 seconds in the show. I said, you know what? Let me see what they're talking about. And so I scroll to the 19 minutes and 50 seconds, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh.
I was like, so sir, how do you walk with that? Your pants are form fitting. Okay, so let's delve into this real quick. If you have young ears, please make sure they're not in the room, they're not around. I wish Myra was here. I don't know if she's seen the show or not, but I really wish Myra was here. At any rate,
no.
What is this lady's name?
I'm about to get it.
Okay, please get everybody's name. So I know his name is Cooper.
Okay, Billy. Her name is Billy.
Cooper. And this
her name is Billy.
Her name is Billy. And what's his name?
This one is the guy that is Brad.
Okay.
And her husband is named Cooper.
And her name is Billy. Okay. So Billy is a psychology major at Columbia University. And her best friend, I love her best friend, by the way, I do. Sasha. They are majoring in psychology together. And she started writing this journal because she don't do nothing but mom all day. She went from being this student and professor at Columbia University to being a stay-at-home mama and a wife.
But wasn't she about to get her doctorate?
She was working on it and she stopped because she
married. Yeah,
she got married. She took a back seat to Cooper, that sort of thing. So I liked Cooper at first, but Cooper got on my nerves halfway through the series. Billy started writing in her journal, and she started talking about how when she was a student at Columbia, how her bad dating experiences, but she had lots and lots of sex with lots and lots of guys. Like she was out here doing the thing. And let me say this: white women can get away with doing stuff like this and still get married, still have kids, put away their hoish ways, and live whatever life that they want to live. Black women can't get away with it because we condemn them for being sexually free. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. I don't appreciate that, by the way, but I'm gonna put that out there right now. So, she thinks about Brad because Brad was the best she's ever had. Okay, but Brad was extremely toxic, and she did not need to be in nobody's relationship with Brad because Brad did the dumbest things when it got time to be serious. But for whatever reason, they kept getting drawn to one another. They were like on again, off again, all the time. And the very last time that they were off, I think that was at somebody got married. Her sister got married. Somebody got married. They were at the wedding.
And that was after she had that miscarriage.
After she had a miscarriage because she was good and pregnant by Brad. And they were going to spend the rest of their little lives together. He never proposed to her. Thought he was, but he never did. She moved in with him. She was able to still do her psychology thing. She was writing articles in the paper and in magazines, and she was teaching and being a professor and doing her thing. But every time they would break up, he would always come back and she would always go running. Well, the last time they broke up, she met Cooper. And Cooper was a change, a welcome change. And he wanted the same things that she ultimately wanted, which was a family and, a life with somebody to grow old with and that sort of thing. and she didn't feel like Brad could give it to her, but she still was thinking about that thing. And let me tell you something, Billy. I don't blame you, girl. I'd be still thinking about that thing too.
Especially if he knows how to work it.
And it looked like he knew how to work it. Okay. So Cooper.
Well, we don't really know because
acting. I'm talking about on the show. Now, if he knows how to use it in real life, I don't know. But on the show, me and Brad could go. Okay. So
and then the best friend was sleeping with him.
Well, they weren't together anymore. And
I know, but that's still girl code.
But the best friend also was in it for just the sex. She wasn't in it for like a relationship.
They did share men, though. They did share men.
They did. Because remember that one time? Yeah. He can do this. He good with his tongue. He good with this. Want to switch? They did it. And it wasn't no big thing. And they was bosses with it. They was like, okay, well, you going to free how about you go get us some lattes and some bagels and bring them back? Us. You ain't got to stay. Just drop it off because we got to write this paper. We good. You good? We good. All right. So
that was epic.
That was boss. I've done that before. I told people to leave. I'm sorry. Let me stop telling my business. Kindly leave. I need my whole bed to myself. So Billy got her husband found her laptop and started reading her journal. First of all, Billy, why you ain't got no password on you have that expensive MacBook and you ain't got no password on that joint?
She ain't got no kind of password. So that means that he's been going in her stuff
all the time,
all along.
So she's an eloquent writer. Her character is eloquent writer because I was taken there. Of course I had the visuals to match it, but I was like, girl, who is this man and can I meet him?
And see, this is where we need our third person on Sunday nights to talk about this. Because I would love to get Heather's input on this show.
I'm gonna inbox Heather and be like, hey sis, we need to talk about this a little further. And we want your opinion. I don't know if she's even watched it though.
Okay.
So this man wanted her stuff. He got mad, so he went on the rampage and went looking for Brad.
Followed him and everything. And then hold on. This is what trips me out. He ends up buying her clothes that she really doesn't wear anymore. But he was like, well, because you was saying that you liked it. Then he was reading about the different positions and he was trying it. And it wasn't working. And I was like, I'm like, what?
I did like when they snuck in the pool because here's the thing. Cooper is a by the book type of guy. You know what I'm saying? He's that clean cut, clean shaven. I'm successful at my job. I do everything right. I got the family. I got my wife, but he kind of really sucked. Actually, they wasn't really having sex. Let's be real. So she was like, okay, well, since I can't get what I want, let me start journaling so I can get something because I'm getting nothing out of this. When you get home, girl, when he was watching that football game while they was having sex, I was mad for her. I was like, why are you sir, you watching the football game and your wife saying, come on, get some of this good yummy. What?
And you got a wife whose sex drive is so high.
Who ready? How he ready like Little Caesars?
She was looking at him like, I want him. I want my husband. I want him.
Hey girl, I gotta go to work. What, sir? Okay, that's what we doing there. Okay. So if your wife had a dipped out and slept with Brad, guess who fault it would have been? Yours. Cause but she didn't cheat on you.
Mm-mm.
She was determined not to cheat on you. So I also thought there was a little bit of postpartum going on there because a lot of times you're not yourself. She's giving so much for her kids. She's giving so much for him. He doesn't seem to really be appreciative of it. They got these 2 small kids at the house. She ripping and running with them. Like,
and then that little boy, he's too grown. He's too grown.
Somebody said, "Don't be yelling at my mama."
He is too grown.
Why you yelling at my mama? I loved him. He was adorable though.
You know, like those on TikTok when they be talking about them pandemic babies. When you have a pandemic baby, they built different. That boy was built different.
He was built different. But she was really trying to fit into this mold of this housewife type of thing, and that's not who she really was. She also never told her husband of these things because why mess up a good thing? Her mom and her dad her mom was horrible. Oh my God. That was bad. Because she felt like she was gonna mess this up. Like her whole thing was, don't mess this up. This is your opportunity. This is your chance to get married to somebody, you know, who's doing well in life. This is our dream, you know. But all in all, Cooper and Billy goes, this was the culmination of everything. They go to this sex party, this swingers party that his crazy, retarded friend,
co-worker.
He
was a co-worker.
Let's say co-worker, but they stayed on the same block. They was friends. They hung out. His wife came and babysit. They did barbecues together and everything. They invited him to a swingers party, and they looking at it. They like, okay. She wasn't really comfortable in that setting. Now, keep in mind, I was shocked that she wasn't comfortable in that setting. Well, she really was. She was like, let's go home and do this. I'm turned on enough. Let's go and get in the car and let's go on. Then the main's wife came and she was looking for him to say, no, I'm good. He did not. She had not cheated on him. He let this woman put her mouth on his thigh. Next thing I know, she leaves because she's upset, and then the friend, the co-worker, comes and tries to, hey, you know, come on, we can do this. You so hot. I want to get with you. He gets mad. His wife just got you off, sir. Explain to me. And he, in his mind, he's getting her back when she has not actually cheated on you. She ain't cheated on you. She know where the dude stay at. He still stay in the same place. She could have went over that main house. Could have went on over to that main house. She did not. She kept it in her pants. You should have done the same. So then he commits to beating this man. He looked like the dude out of Oakwood Mall. He got
the or what's his name? Banbury from Bridgerton when Simon beat him up.
Ooh, yes.
Lord Banbury.
Or like what's in a Players Club when that man said, "Did you at least pinch the bitch?"
No, that wasn't Players Club. That was Friday.
Players Club. That was Players Club when Lisa Ray beat the stripper.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Did you at least pinch the bitch?
Did you at least pinch the bitch?
I'm sorry. That's funny. Okay.
You didn't got knocked out.
All right. So, he is facing disciplinary action at work.
He had first got promoted as partner, lost the partnership, then demoted.
Right. And let's talk about his boss. Helpful. If you don't need to let her do this to you. She's not good enough for you. I want to be with girl. Bye. And he
There's
entertained
some
all
hoes in
of
this
that
house. There's
because
some hoes in this house.
listen, he entertained all of that because of something this girl wrote in a journal.
Wrote. Did not do, but wrote.
So then Brad, in a last ditch effort to get her back, because he's been trying to get her back this whole time,
Mm-hmm.
he
And
showed
tell us it's
her
gonna be different. It's
right.
gonna be
He
different.
shows her the engagement ring that he never gave her. And marry me, leave him. I'm ready to take care of 2 kids. Come on. How about no? Because I got my husband and I love him. He crazy, but I love him. He my crazy. Okay. You going on back to New York. I hope you find what you're looking for. I holler. Cooper goes and sees Brad. We did not see what the conversation was, but let me tell you what I think the conversation was. I think the conversation was this. Sir.
Oh no, they stole some of the conversation.
Some of it, but not all of it. I'm telling you what I think happened after, because he said she wouldn't have me. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm gonna do, because we having some serious problems and we got to get back to. You can have my wife, and I'm gonna go over here and have my boss. We're gonna have this open situation because they kind of had the crazy couple kind of had the right idea, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh bye. And we're just gonna do this open thing, and then us doing this open thing. You know, as long as I know she's with you and with no one else. Okay, you're messing up my green screen. Thank you. As long as actually, going on somewhere.
Okay, Josh.
Right, we in the middle of recording. You be mad at us. So actually, that's what I think happened. So I think they're going to have an open relationship, and I feel like if they have a season 2 of this show, I think.
But then this is what pissed me off. Okay, after all of that, and you know the mean mamas kind of snubbed her, and they was at the son's daycare international fair. He was France. And so they was all ganging up on her until her husband defended her. And you thought, okay, they're gonna make it. They're gonna get through it. They're gonna make it.
I think they're gonna make it. Let me tell you why. Because the open relationship actually works for them.
But hold on, but we didn't know it was an open relationship then.
No, not at the time. Because I said, girl, you know where you. But I think she knows that he has the tracker on her phone, and I think.
I'm not talking about that.
What you talking about?
Okay, let me get finished.
I'm sorry.
And so the neighbor, aka the sex couple, the couple that was swinger couple, she was like, I hope you're happy, and I hope you're right about this, because you know he was defending her.
Yeah.
Her husband was defending her to the friends and stuff, saying how she's a good wife, a good mother, and we have our problems, but guess what? We're working it out. Yeah. And everything's gonna be okay between us. So y'all need to stop bullying. Basically, y'all leave my wife alone.
Right.
And so everybody started, being more friendly towards her. Then you see them eating ice cream together, doing things as a family together. They even went, and then it took that point, and it had to be some time. I want to say it had to be like at least 6 months time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when she's at her friend's book reading, okay, I'm thinking about him now.
Let me say this again. I think the husband gave permission, and I think she gave permission for him. I think they got the right idea at the swingers party. That was not something that worked for them. I think different couples, different things work for different couples. A lot of people are getting away from monogamy. Now, keep in mind, listen, future husband, come closer to the screen. Listen, I don't like to share. That's just not who I am. I'm not a sharer. Not when it comes to that. I don't I don't do that. Okay. So, future husband, if you're listening, we have no open relationship. We ain't have no thruples. We ain't have no orgies. It's not gonna happen. Okay. I'm open to a lot of things. The threesome is not one of them.
Preheat.
The open relationship is not one of them. If you
Preheat.
feel like you got to be in an open relationship, go on and find somebody who with that, because I'm not with it. Okay?
Mm-mm.
Stepped off my soapbox. All right. So, but different things work for different people. And so I think because husband is not really satisfying her the way she needs him to satisfy her, he don't want her to cheat, so he wants to know what's going on.
I don't think he don't know how. I just don't think because after she had the second baby, she was looking at him like, I want my husband.
But I don't think he's looking at her that way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so I don't think, and then he gets busy. He's at work. He spend more time with the other lady than he actually do his wife. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's going to work for them. Now, will there be problems? Probably, possibly, maybe. But we'll see. Maybe that's why they left it the way it was. And because he was on the phone with the other lady when he saw where she was going. So that's what I'm saying. I think they agreed to an open relationship. That's what I feel happened.
Or either an open relationship or a 1 day pass.
I'm gonna say open relationship because I think
I would say a 1 day pass because she said, I'm not gonna leave my husband.
No, she didn't leave her husband.
That's what she told him.
This is the agreement. I'm telling you, this is the agreement that they had. I'm telling you, because they didn't finish the conversation. That man didn't want to finish with his drink when they zoomed to the next scene. He had a conversation with that man. They had a man-to-man conversation, and that man said, you can have my wife when she get ready. If she come over here and knock on your door, go on and take her. Because I'm finna go take this Asian lady that's my boss. I'm telling you what happened. Okay. Telling you. Mark my word. If it's a season 2, we're going to delve into it. But I'm telling you what I believe happened. All right. Well, if you have not checked out Sex Life, make sure you check it out on the Netflix.
I don't know. It's between that and Bridgerton. They just got me all riled up.
Well, I ain't got nobody to be riled up with. So, child, I was just riled up by myself with one of them bedroom candy toys. All right. Last but not least, let me say this to y'all. NBC, Netflix, people on the internet, don't do this to me. Don't get my hopes up. Don't have me thinking the show coming back. Y'all in talks. I need y'all to make a decision. Are y'all going to go with it or y'all not going to go with it? I need y'all to make up y'all mind. What y'all going to do? What y'all going to do? They still in the top 10. They just got knocked down. I forgot what knocked them out of the number 1 spot. They were in the number 1 spot consecutively for almost a month. That says something. That means Netflix, we're going to watch it. And apparently NBC then came back to the table because they have creative rights or authority to the show because the man signed the contract with the NBC people. So they were working on possibly doing a movie to wrap everything up, but I don't think that's going to explain much of anything. The baby done grew up. He's a whole 18-year-old boy, 17-year-old boy. And mom, I was like, oh, Lord Jesus. It was really getting good. Praise God. I was excited. And then...
And the girl took the baby.
The girl took the baby and the mama got stabbed. It was... Is she going to live? Is he going to heal his mama?
No, I think she died.
I don't want her to die. I'm
think she died.
I'm just not okay with that. I don't think that Michaela and Dude gonna stay married if they continue it. I really don't. Because I really think Michaela and Jared, they belong together. And so, because even though she done did what she done did to that man, he still got her back. At the end of the day, he's still right there with her in her foolishness and her craziness. He's still right there.
The morning show, season 2.
I know, coming out September.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Manifest Y'all are saying, will they or won't they? Now, I do know the main character who plays Ben, I think, is signed on to do a show with Amazon. He can do Manifest still. That don't mean he can't do Manifest. That just means they might have to push back the recording or the taping of the show for him. But we don't even have an answer from Manifest yet. So brother got to make his money. He's an actor. He's a working actor. I mean, everybody get jobs. Do what you got to do because we don't know. But I'm gonna need y'all not to play with my emotions. I like the show. I was intrigued. I felt like one of those, when the movies had the cliffhangers or the shows that left off with, we need to do a show about shows that left off with cliffhangers and we never know what happened. I would love to just do a show about that. We have to do a little bit of research on that. But let me tell y'all something right now, NBC and Netflix. Y'all need to come up with something. I need my next 3 seasons so they can close the show out. Y'all gave it to This Is Us, and keep in mind, This Is Us is good TV. I cry every week when I watch this show. But I need y'all not to play with my emotions, not with the Manifest. No, don't do that. Wendy got me hooked on this show, and then they canceled it. I don't like it.
I'm sorry. I didn't know they was going to cancel it. I just knew you would like it. I just knew you would have liked it.
Let me say this. Typically, when I get into a show, I'm into it and I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I simply feel like y'all don't need to play with my emotions at all, period. Like, don't do that. Y'all going to give us an answer in the next week, too, because I need to know what's going to happen. Y'all got time. Y'all can, next year, y'all can come out with it in January. I'm okay with it. That's where I am in life. Make sure y'all make the right decision for you, but make the right decision for us as well, because we want this show. Just want to put that out there right now. Hulu, y'all need to also look at Hulu, because Hulu picked up Mindy when Mindy got canceled from Fox. I'm just putting it out there right now. And you can cuss and stuff on Hulu, so y'all can say a couple of more extra cuss words in Manifest, because some of y'all feel like y'all wanted to say some other words, but y'all couldn't because it was NBC. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Okay, when we done with this, are we gonna do show pick?
Go ahead, do your show pick. I wasn't, but go ahead.
Okay. The have and the have-nots.
I heard that ended horribly.
Sees the series finale. Tyler Perry said, ain't no way it's gonna be another season. He done killed everybody.
He killed everybody
on the show except Hannah.
Even Candace?
Okay, let's start it off. I'm gonna start it off. First person that was killed, who died, was Wyatt. The criers.
He seemed like
drug overdose.
Okay, he seemed like that was gonna happen to him. I never had hopes for Wyatt. I'm impressed that he lasted this long. Keep going.
Second person that died was Veronica. She got shot.
People wanted to shoot her, so I'm assuming
she got shot.
Yeah.
David and Jeffrey, Veronica's ex-husband and son, blew up in the house.
Who set the house on fire?
Blew up in the house.
How did they blow up in the house?
A package with a bomb. Benny shot.
Who shot Benny?
Whoever the girl that he was talking to, her ex-boyfriend and his goons, killed him. Candace was delivered to John Cryer, the father, after he was so emotional after Wyatt's death, and he blamed her for Wyatt's death.
He blamed Candace for Wyatt's death. Wyatt has always been a drug addict. For as long as I remember.
Wyatt's death, he drowns Candace in the tub. Drowns her.
Who delivered Candace to John?
The gang, the mafia people, Rose, whatever. Yeah. Mrs. Cryer in jail got killed by an inmate who was the auntie of the little girl that the son ran over and killed. So they had a belt and she got strangled to death. And so Hannah goes to the Cryers and and the father was talking about how you want to see your daughter, and she saw her daughter dead, and so they was fighting, rolling over stairs. She got in the car. They outside. She got in the car. She runs him over.
I would have ran him over.
And then drove back. Bloop, and then went back. Bloop.
Why not?
Yeah. And then it ended with her. That's how it ended.
Let me tell you something. Crystal needs to stop letting that man do that to her, because you know that movie. She was in that movie with a boy had
Grace.
Baby.
But I was like, Tyler, did you have to do it like
You
this?
may need some writers. Tyler, I will write for you.
I will write for you, Tyler.
I got a problem with it.
I have no problem. You must have been on some good Starbucks coffee.
You pay me more than I make writing insurance. I need to be able to buy me a house. I'll write for you, dog.
I don't even have to be in Atlanta. I can do the writing here. We can Zoom my conferences.
We sure can. You got your writing team right here, Tyler. Oh,
come on.
I do have. Hold on, before we get off here, I do have a show pick.
I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? I was like, everybody.
And I'm shocked I remembered all these people, because I ain't watched a Have and Have Not since like season 3.
I stopped around season 4 or 5. But you can see, I don't know how far up they are on the seasons on Hulu.
I'm not going back and watching it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna do that to myself. I love Tyler Perry, but I just won't. And then only to find out you done killed everybody except for Hannah. My nizzle, I'm good. I'm real good.
And then hold on, Benny then found out he had a daughter. No, had a son. He had found out he had a son. The girl came to the house, and they was like, he was like, I don't remember being with you. I don't know who you are. And then she had to remind him who she was.
Did he remember? Did he lose his memory?
He was drunk.
He was.
And they was at the club.
Tyler Perry. See, this is my nizzle. I'm writing him tomorrow. Listen, sir. I need to be your writer because I can do a better job. I know it's cheaper to do it on your own, but my God.
So I don't know how. I have not watched the Oval. I only saw one episode of the Oval. The pilot.
I can't get behind the president and his wife jacking like two niggas in the back alley. I can't do that. I just cannot. I'm sure there have been some drawn out fights at the White House. I just don't picture my president and first lady jacking like two niggas in the back alley. They fight like that man. They fight like that man got beat up at Oak Court Mall. They do that to each other. I cannot do that to myself. I refuse to do it. I'm good on the Oval. I watched 2 episodes, and when them niggas was fighting like two grown men, the president and the first lady, I said, dude, I'm good. I'm not gonna be able to do this. I can barely stomach sisters. I
have not watched a single episode of Sisters.
I can barely stomach Sisters.
Now I watched The Brothers, and I was like, really?
Brothers kind of funny because the mama on there is hilarious. That girl right there so funny. She the only reason why I watched as many episodes as I watched, because I was like, I need to see what this my mama finna do, because she is hilarious. Oh my God.
When she had that guy in the
restaurant. His mama off the chain. My show pick of the week is All American. I'm really pissed off at how this ended. Coop got shot by the Monique chick who came back, because the reason why it wasn't even Coop's fault that boy got killed. The child's mama who is in jail for killing him. It wasn't Coop's fault. But Coop got shot. So I'm mad at that. The boys got to fighting. They didn't show the last game. They didn't show who won the state championship. So a lot of things are pissing me off. And then Layla is with the crazy girl, the crazy white girl. Y'all, I didn't like the way they ended All American at all. I was not cool with that. I just want to let you, the CW, know that y'all was wrong for that. Period.
I'm sorry, my
but that was my show pick. We're gonna get out of here. We'll be back next week, I think. With more show topics. We're gonna talk. And y'all join in, okay? Make sure y'all check us out on YouTube. Make sure y'all go on YouTube. I didn't do this, the whole thing. Like the Size Up official podcast. You will catch its own as well as the Size Up on the Size Up official podcast. And my brand new podcast coming soon to somewhere near you. Untold History. So you'll be able to catch all of that. So make sure you guys watch the Size Up official podcast. All right, we out of here. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye. Bye.